Begin. Thingus, begin. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Alright. No, not fucking Butterbridge. Bane of my existence. Scared.
Yeah, well, this is where you wanted to stop last time.
It's true. It's true. This is what I did to us. I was like, here's a point we can get to. Now I'm stuck on Butter Bitch. Welcome to Thingus, everyone. How is your hot as balls ass summer going?
Technically, it's not summer until the 21st.
Really?
Probably.
It's like 93 degrees today.
Well, you know, it's summer.
Yeah. It's
We're
summer.
there.
It's summer, man. Come on, Jack. It's summer. Where am I going? Scared.
But don't worry, just stay indoors, Jack. It'll all blow over. All the nuclear bombs dropping.
Just stay under your desk, Jack. Oh, I wish I had a Yoshi or a feather. Oh, me done.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
Not so bad. I've seen worse. Imagine if I died right there.
Yeah, well, they make it so you can still die.
Yeah, they want one last little twist of the knife before they go.
I don't think anyone actually dies there. I think they just want people to look down and think, like, when you're like standing on a train platform, just think like, I could die so easily.
Right. You really have to exaggerate that in a video game. That feeling that you have, like, constantly of just like, I could just do this and die. Right now, Twitch's algorithm is calling the police on me for saying that. You're not even allowed to talk about the ways a video game tries to unalive you.
In Minecraft.
No! I love that he's in his underwear. He's mad.
Oh, thanks for letting me play, bro. Oh, no.
This guy's so mad. Stalking around in his underpants like a pissed off husband.
You think that guy's married?
That guy had a shitty day at the plant.
Yeah, the plant that, like, blew fire out the top of it.
Yeah. Also, the plant is, like, literally a tree.
Yeah, it's like one of those, like, enemies in this game that is, like, volcano plant.
Yes. Terrible place to work, but what other work can you get as a shellless Koopa? Like, he's homeless. He doesn't even have a shell. Oh, Luigi's green dead eyes. Let me take it from here, bro.
Oh yeah, I wanted to complain more about the Mario movie.
Oh. Okay.
Just like how, there's like this part where they're babies and like some kid who looks a lot like my nephew kicks over Luigi's like blocks. And I just hate how it looks. It's like a physics simulation, you know? Like a physics simulation isn't an adequate replacement for an animation.
You know what I hate in that movie and like animated movies in general, because let's be real, they're all like the same movie now.
Yeah.
Is when they do slow motion in these movies, where like Mario jumps on like a Mario Kart and he's like, whoa. And it's like, you know, like you have every frame of that. That's not impressive that you slowed it down. My problem with that movie Oh look, it's all it's barely even worth having a problem with because none of it's any good. But like,
Yeah.
these movies don't have jokes in them at all.
No.
Like joke free. I don't know about you, but I saw that in the theater. I saw Garfield in the theater last week.
Well, I don't have a son.
No, so yeah, you're not going to the movies to see these, but I can tell you firsthand that I sat through 110 minutes of Garfield. I did not hear one single laugh from a child. Granted, there weren't that many kids there. We got to Garfield a little late. Inside Out was the big show.
Was anyone laughing?
No. No. I think I heard a kid laugh during one of the trailers.
Okay.
For another movie. I did not hear a single laugh because there wasn't a single joke. All right, here's when the children got excited. Here's when Oscar got excited. They showed, at the very end, instead of designing credits, they showed a bunch of cute cat videos. How cheap can you get? My son was rolling on his in his seat laughing at that. At somebody else's accomplishment. The talent.
Yeah, he could have gone to the library and seen that.
Yeah. Yeah, they put cat videos at the end, and he's just delighted. He loves it. Because of course that's cute.
That's more delightful than the animation that they make you sit through like 20 more minutes than the average.
Oh, it's so long. It's so long. The Garfield movie. It's
1 hour and 40 minutes? Are you kidding?
110 minutes. That's how long that movie was. Joke free, I might remind you. And here's the other crime. They didn't do this in the Mario movie, but they do it. I'm sure I can think of another example where they do this. All right, so you would think like, okay, well, if you're gonna make a Garfield movie, you can't go wrong just taking what we love about Garfield and turning it into a movie. Even taking some of the funnier Garfield strips, teasing that out into a movie, right? You can't go wrong. Make a movie. If your movie is called Garfield, make it about Garfield, right? This movie was not about Garfield. This movie was about a bunch of original characters that you've never seen before. And not a single one of them, I mean, of course, it doesn't matter whether they were worth watching. They're not Garfield!
The people making this movie didn't want to make a movie about Garfield.
I mean, that's a crime. That is a crime against every child who saw it.
Fuck.
No Garfield. We got a collective 5 minutes of Garfield hanging out with John and Odie in their house, accompanied by the song that goes, "I got the good life. Mm-mm. I got the good life." Like it was an AI generated song that would be played at an AI generated grocery store. You get 5 minutes of that, and you get 45 minutes of a story about some cows. And not even like, what's it called? Secret Acres? What is that? the sex
Nobody
part
tell
of
her what it's called.
the the polycule on the farm. What is it called? What's it called? Humble Acres?
If I tell you, you're still not gonna know. Humble Acres is close.
Right. Secret Acres.
U.S. Acres.
USA. I would never have thought of that in a million years.
It's is it a joke?
U.S.
There's an
Acres.
A.
U.S. Acres. It doesn't even look like the farm animals from like a Jim Davis cartoon. They look like some 3D models that somebody had laying around from another movie.
They could have made a U.S. Acres movie.
They should have. Like, I really think so. They should have taken. Well, they should have put Garfield in every setting. You know. including U.S. Acres.
Yeah, that's true. Garfield should be there too. Although I don't know, they can fuck that up. They like cram all these characters. Like, you ever see a Toy Story movie after 2? It's just like all of the characters doing nothing.
Right. They're all like trying to justify their screen time by doing a little dance.
Yeah.
But they have no actual reason to be there because the arc of every single character has already been fulfilled.
Yeah. But Garfield's arc is never fulfilled. He's always hungry.
Well, yeah, but you can put him in different places. You know, they always do fish out of water with Garfield. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I like I don't like eating the worms with the centipedes plain. I like to make them spicy. It's like they knew I got a star, man. You're welcome for all the lives. All right, I don't care about Yoshi anymore. Yeah. So little Garfield. Like just a travesty. And I'm not even like a fan of Garfield, you know? I'm just saying, like, if I was paid a good union rate to make a Garfield movie, I would just make a movie about every last thing that people love about Garfield. You know how long Normal appeared in this movie? 3 seconds at the very end. Like, I didn't know it was possible for me to leave a Garfield movie thinking, man, you know what's good? The original Garfield and all its great characters and jokes.
Yeah, that's kind of what they want.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe that's what Jim Davis wants. That's why he executive produces all this shit.
Well, I mean, those Garfield comics are still gold, especially if you're 6 years old.
Oh yeah. I mean, those, like, especially like the 80s ones. Garfield is a mean bitch.
Yeah. But, behind all the like iconography and, merchandise and shit, there's a pretty good character there. It's like a cat with an attitude. He struck gold, and
yeah.
Even you could imagine a better Garfield movie.
Yeah.
It's like he's a fat, lazy cat. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. He's an ugly American, you know? he's all the most slothful and lazy and selfish and catty, and
yeah,
irritable. Yeah, he's a bitch.
But they wouldn't portray him like that. They wouldn't even show him kicking Odie off the table. They would say that's too cruel to put into a movie for kids. They're gonna kick their own dogs off the table.
You're correct. There's absolutely no conflict between Garfield and Odie in this movie. Odie is Garfield's friend, and he's very smart, actually. He's kind of like a Brain from Inspector Gadget type character in this.
Weird. I mean,
come on,
yeah. I guess the joke is that Odie was always stupid. But if this movie was all you ever knew about Garfield, you might not even get that.
No. Well, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know what I had it in my head I was gonna get him.
This is a real fucker level.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there were like gags in Garfield, I think, where Odie was like, surprise, Odie is smart in some way, you know?
Yeah.
My favorite Odie gag ever, though, that I laughed so much at as a kid, is when Garfield sees Odie's tongue hanging out of his mouth, nice, and he follows it, and there's another Odie on the other side.
I also talk about that comic all the time, and like whenever I'm streaming, I'm like, oh, I can't find it. Let me just draw it, and I draw it over and over. I love my drawings of it too.
Oh my god!
Because I always give
funny.
Odie dot eyes.
Right, just make him a little stupider looking than he actually looked. Yeah, good stuff. Odie is Garfield's a funny comic because it is like cartoons on the page. This movie thought that it was like cartoons on the page, in that way that like animators whose entire diet of life is cartoons. And like, you know, a lot of gags of Garfield jumping through the air and trying to land gracefully but splatting into the ground. Unearned. Like not a single earned cartoony gag in this.
Oh my god.
Just a mess. And like I said, basically the same movie as Garfield. You've got Piss Crap doing the voice. Apparently there's no voice actors out there. I'm like complaining about voice actors after being like, anyone can do that shit. They replaced them all with Piss Crap.
Yeah.
He's the only one who's allowed to do it anymore. And you know, just celeb after celeb after celeb giving no life whatsoever to these characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's about all I have to say about Garfield. What else is going on?
You were saying something about the trailers?
Oh. I couldn't think. Oh, I mean, the trailers were.
Dio!
So I can't remember. I actually can't remember what this trailer was. But there was a trailer that, like, my son was forced to watch. That was like he covered his ears through all the trailers. It's the loudest trailers I've ever heard in my life. He covered his ears through a lot of Garfield too, but you know that's another story. There was a trailer during this that, you know, it did that thing that all these stupid movies do with, like, you know, what am I trying to do there? All these movies do where they're like, we're gonna play like a slowed down, creepy version of like some song everybody's heard before, and they did Deo. No. Help me out. What piece of shit trailer was I watching?
Yeah,
everybody?
what was that? A horror movie?
It was awful. No, I mean it was before like a kids movie, so it couldn't have been rated more than PG.
Was it some DreamWorks movie?
Maybe. Does DreamWorks still make movies?
Yeah.
What do they make? What are their series? What's their franchise?
I mean, they do like Madagascar. They do like the Boss Baby.
Oh, those are old.
Yeah, but they're always bringing those back.
Right. Well, I did see a
You're
trailer.
asking what are they making now?
Yeah. I did see a trailer for a new Despicable Me movie, which did not have enough Gru. It was way more Minion than Gru, which to me says not a new Despicable Me movie. That's a new Minions movie. I don't think that was Deo. It might have been. Did they sing Deo in the Despicable Me?
It's a song
trailer?
about a banana boat, so probably.
Really? Do they have bananas in
Aren't they obsessed with bananas?
Oh yeah, I guess so. Right. So it must have been the Minions singing Deo. Isn't that delightful for everybody?
They'll license that to anything.
No!
No!
I think like the last time I heard of anyone performing Deo, it was when Justin Trudeau was running for PM of Canada, and it kept coming out that he went to parties in blackface and did horrible like racist things at parties. Like he couldn't like there were pictures of him all painted up for a party that would come out, and he would get in trouble for them. And like one of them included singing that song. And while it was happening, there was like one of the messages his people released was like, no, we cannot guarantee that there aren't more of these out there. He just loves to do it so much. So I kind of thought people were keeping their hands off the stove with that one, but apparently it's back. Yeah, I don't know. going to the movies with your kid means seeing all the horrible shit that they're. Oh, it's me.
Yep.
Sorry. This is quite a level, isn't it? I don't want to talk about that. You know what I want to talk about? The Swan Princess.
Yeah, what else is there?
What else is there?
I don't understand. You're everything I ever wanted. You're beautiful. Thank you. But what else? Derek? What else? What else is there?
Oh.
Lightning strikes. What else is there?
Yeah, smash cut. Smash cut to Derek's hangout zone, right? Derek, no!
Well, just for a little background, their parents were trying to make them get married their entire lives. For like 20 years, they've been forcing them together every summer, and they hate each other. And suddenly, one of the times they're forced together, they're like, oh, you know what? She's kind of hot. Mm-hmm. She's everything I ever wanted, actually.
Yeah.
This bitch that I've probably called her a bitch 7,000 times.
Yeah, he hates her. He hates her like a little sister.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he
rather
realizes
get chicken pox.
He'd rather get chicken pox, yeah, than spend any time with his annoying little sister figure. And then one day he sees a porno about like fucking my stepsister, and suddenly he's into it. He realizes he won't even have to leave his fucking bedroom this way. Oh.
Yeah, and the second she's kidnapped, that's when he decides he likes her. And
that's when he decides
would do anything to get her back.
Do anything to get her back. Well,
becomes obsessed with her.
Well, his buddy and the old man he hangs out with are asking him like point blank, come on, there's got to be something else. And he's like, well, you know, guys, you know there's something else. It's like, you know. And he can't actually say it. He doesn't actually say it.
Yeah.
And in fact, he never says it. He never says it, right?
He never says what else there is.
No, never. Oh, you let me collect my reward.
Yeah, it was nice.
You were nice now. Oh, how do I do? Okay. Wait.
You hit the switch and then you hit the switch.
Oh. It's not complicated. Oh, right, the silver coins. They're going the wrong way!
Yeah, I didn't specify the order.
Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. Right. Okay, so here's the thing. If Derek had not said the wrong thing and Odette had decided to go home, they wouldn't have been ambushed and her father would have lived.
Yeah.
That's never brought up at all.
That's
though.
never brought up. He never feels guilt about it.
No.
He just thinks back to the moment like, what else is there?
God,
like still
I'm
wondering.
Stupid, you know? I'm just so stupid. Man. Yeah, like the king died. So, the Swan Princess, Joe and I have been talking about the Swan Princess for 2 weeks now. The Swan Princess was this movie in the 90s, which the list of qualities about it are, it was surprisingly good-looking animation in the 90s that wasn't Disney. It went up against the Titan that is the Lion King.
Yeah.
Without even knowing this, you know, what a success the Lion King would be. And you know, obviously, as you said, Joe, it was crushed.
Yeah.
But you know, I'd go to Caldor and see it on the TV there, and I'd watch the entire thing. It was that good, which is really good enough to be impressive. And I've become fascinated with it, not just out of a sense of nostalgia, but because there happen to be 12 movies total of the Swan Princess.
Yeah.
That have been in unbroken production this entire time, ever since the first one was made. And they've all been directed by the same guy. No! Richard Rich. Richie Rich.
Yeah, literally Richie Rich. Because, like, he's the only one watching them.
Yeah, he's the only one watching them, and he's the only one making them. And, you know, I think it's fascinating because it's like, all right, he made one pretty good movie, and then he got to make more. And look, obviously, I looked at some of these movies. I haven't seen any of these movies. What am I doing in here? I'm not getting that.
I guess there's a fan base if he keeps making them.
Well, somebody must be buying them. Who do we think is buying them? Lopsy just keeps saying Rupture Farms in the chat.
Why Rupture Farms is from Oddworld.
Oh, I see. They were telling me that that's what the Jim Davis cartoon with the farm animals was called.
Rupture Farms. It's like a concentration camp in space.
Oh my God.
That like turns extinct, like endangered animals into extinct animals, and they turn them into like ice pops.
Yeah, no, that's it.
And like the main character is trying to free all the little guys who've been enslaved.
No!
You got this. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Phew. Woo! So, I just think, how much do you think each of these princess movies cost to make? Because, you know, even if I've checked them out, they look like PlayStation 2 games. Like,
yeah.
they are cheaper than anything you've ever seen.
They probably cost half the budget of the last one.
Of the previous one?
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's still, you know, even if you had to pay 12 people for a year, you're talking like at least $1 million, right?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I don't know. Probably a skeleton crew making these movies, but
I mean, $1 million is probably not a lot for the amount of work that gets done.
no, these are Sony movies, right?
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they've got the scratch. So, I mean, obviously they are made on a micro budget for a movie, for an animated movie, and they are probably turned around, you know, hellishly fast. But can you imagine being given $1 million over and over and over again to make your own movies of your own, you know, your own thing? You know, he didn't create Swan Lake, but they're like his characters, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine being able to work on that for like forever? Like, something about it is so cool. I want it to be good, you know? I want these movies to actually be good. And I know they're not. They look, well, all right, it would be this would actually be an insult. I was going to say they look like Barbie CD-ROM games, but I think they look like Bratz CD-ROM games. They don't look good. But, like, what if they're good?
What if they're good?
I think that's my opinion about them, you know?
Your opinion is, what if they're good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not, we should watch them and find out. Just
No.
the question.
Yeah, no. We're never going to watch them. But I repeat, what if they're good?
What if they're good?
I want to live in a world where they're good. I want to live in a world where Richard Rich has been, like, I took my eye off the ball, but Richard's still out there cooking up Swan Princess for the day that I return.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that, isn't there?
Yeah. Happens all the time. Most of them are not given movie money or
Yeah.
distribution, but for some reason that we can't understand, he is. And he keeps making these movies, and there's something miraculous about it. I mean, it could just be that you have to be a certain amount of deathly mediocre to even get a crack at something like this. You just did that, right?
Yeah.
Ugh, this forest's hard. So you didn't get the secret one. I have to get the secret?
Yeah.
No.
Secret farms.
Secret farm.
Secret acres.
Secret acres.
Yeah, that sounds like, wow. That sounds like a level in this game, Secret Acres.
Yeah. Secret Acres Secret Acres I think is the name of a comic strip.
Oh.
That's not
Rupture
US
Farms.
Acres. Yeah. I think there is an actual good comic strip called Secret Acres.
Uh-huh. I see.
Somebody can help me out there.
US Acres. Yeah, it's weird how it's kind of an obscure thing, but it's like adjacent to Garfield.
Yeah.
I guess I have cartoons like that too.
Yeah.
Sometimes one person tells me they liked it.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got your one guy who's like a big fan of
What's my US Acres?
What's your US Acres? I gotta think about it for a minute.
What is my US Acres?
What is Joe's US Acres? We've all got one, don't we?
We've all got one.
If you've spent enough time creating, you've got one.
Chilfin.
Yeah. Chilfin is you're right. Absolutely.
No one gives a shit, but I still make it.
Yeah. Chilfin. Chilfin's still happening.
It's you.
Oh, it's me. Right. Yeah. Yeah, no. I think you're right. It's Chilfin. You make him just for you.
Yeah.
Jim Davis would just draw those Secret Acres strips and be like... It would give him a little chuckle.
Well, I feel like a lot of cartoonists like made cartoons about farm animals like in the early 20th century. And like that was just America.
Yeah.
It's just like farms and farm animals.
A return to our pastoral roots.
But like that was their roots, right? Like before World War II, like those guys moved from a farm to live in LA, right? All those cartoonists, animator guys who made cartoons about farm animals like Bugs Bunny and
they all moved
Porky
to the big
Pig.
cities. They moved to New York and LA and
that's
like,
what I'm imagining, that they all lived in Friz Freleng lived in Kansas, right? Or I always have my facts wrong, but he lived wherever Walt Disney lived.
Okay. They were just from somewhere in the American Midwest and they were a small town boy who made good.
Yeah.
That's the dream, isn't it? What a fanciful dream it is.
Yeah, and your character that gets you there was like some pig from the farm that laughed at you when you fell in mud.
Right. Right, you formed your entire sense of humor around that old pig. That old pig that you begged your parents not to slaughter.
And you named him like Barnabas or something.
Yeah, your grandpa told you not to name him. Name him. Oh, I just did the same level you did.
Oh!
I'm losing focus.
But yeah, then like...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's you.
Sorry.
I thought my microphone was attacking me. like in Calvin and Hobbes or something.
Right. When Calvin imagines that something's attacking him, and then it turns out that he's in trouble for it, right?
Yeah, he's always like, it's not my fault. It was attacking me.
Yeah.
I'm a victim.
Yep. Oh my God, Calvin, great character.
Yeah.
That is a truly great comic book character. If we're, yeah, I mean, but the thing is, like, when you talk about Garfield being a great comic book character and Calvin, you're talking about like two different worlds of greatness. Like Calvin and Hobbes is great despite being a comic strip. Right? Garfield is a great comic strip.
Why do you think Calvin and Hobbes isn't? I mean, I feel like comic strip is definitely what it is, right? Like its medium is comic strip.
Yeah, absolutely.
Garfield too. I mean,
yeah.
There's never been like a serious Garfield movie that lived up to what the comic was.
No.
There's always some cash grab.
It's true.
But luckily, Bill Watterson avoided all of that. So just read the fucking comic, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, because he was disgusted by all that. He thought that was the antithesis of what he was doing with Calvin and Hobbes. He didn't want there to have any fucking voices. He didn't want them on greeting cards. He didn't want T-shirts. He didn't want any of that shit.
Yeah.
And people bring this up a lot, even today. People bring this up. I saw someone talking about it not too long ago. How it was like, it was just as great a decision as making the strip that he decided never to merchandise it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if I'm gonna go all capitalist realist about it, nobody can afford to do that. The only reason he could do that was because the jewel of the syndication model was still intact. Bill Watterson did not have to merchandise his comic because it was in every paper in America.
Yeah.
And there was a time where that meant you made an excellent living. He didn't need it. I mean, a lot of these guys didn't need it. Charles Schultz didn't need it either. But he got it.
Yeah.
And, there's no Bill Watterson Foundation to manage his wealth. But I have the feeling he does pretty well out there in the woods. Oh, this sucks. No.
Oh, that's where he lives.
He lives in the woods. He doesn't talk to anybody. Well, he's not that reclusive anymore. He's I heard he was making a new book. It might have come out. I haven't checked it out, but he was just working with another artist who who's from his hometown or lives not far from him, and is not particularly famous or renowned, but he really believes in his work. I'm not even gonna do this part. I just want to hear the music. Oh my God, I'm gonna go up against the foe with no mushrooms. He's climbing up the walls.
Nope,
or
didn't
is
get a
he?
chance to.
Oh, they don't let you go midair here. Lupsy just keeps saying rupture forms. Oh dear. Oh dear me. So yeah, he did release a book that I have not checked out yet. Sorry, Bill. Oh, this is a good one. He gets a little smoke bubble. Cute.
Do you want to switch to PlayStation now?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it. I'm just gonna watch you play this game for now.
Okay.
I've never played this before.
Yeah.
Oh, Chocolate Island, a big pain in my ass. Alright. Mario just went into Justin Trudeau mode. Yeah, he kind of did, didn't he?
Where's the game?
Here you go. The game's already in there, and if you want to just restart it, all right, yeah, give it a reset, and then we can see the intro.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna add another pillow and relax. My God, I'm going to tuck this pillow in behind me. There we go. So is there any preamble you want to give me to GTA 3?
This says red.
Yeah, it's connected.
Oh, I thought that meant it was like low on battery.
No, it's fine.
Oh.
It'll let you know on the console if it's low.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know anything about PS3. Other than that, it was like people were like they were like trying to sell it for like thousands of dollars when it was first new.
Really?
Like people were like hoarding them and selling them for like $1,000.
Oh man.
And like getting like $700 because there were so few of them.
We got this one practically for free, and it was modded so it plays PS1 and PS2 games.
Practically for free, and it plays everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody was just trying to get rid of it. Someone in the neighborhood. It's still worth it to just trade within your own neighborhood. People don't give a shit.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Market prices for losers. We would all do good to reject such things.
So I didn't play this on PS2. I had it for PC. I downloaded it off of Kazaa.
Love the intro.
2001.
Hey, the intro alone, I can tell they really were very confident.
This was like a serious game changer. This game was like a big bang for games. Like everything wanted to be this forever. Even GTA 6 is really just trying to like capture this again.
Damn.
Because like when they went into 3D, that's all the dimensions. You can't go into 4D.
Right.
So
wait,
GTA
this is the first
3
3D game?
What?
This was the first 3D game?
Yeah, GTA 3 was the first 3D one.
I see.
But yeah, like 2001 when I was 12, this was the perfect thing for me.
Sure. And so cool.
Yeah.
This cool little intro.
Yeah, this game looks awesome still. Like I was playing it recently. I was impressed with how it looks.
Well, let's see.
Cuz like I feel like we've seen so many new GTAs that like we've just imagined it's like better now.
Right.
But I don't know, they were doing their best back then with what they had.
Right. The only limit was the scale of the game.
Yeah.
Which, these games are taking longer and longer to come out, right?
That's true, yeah. The last game was over 10 years ago, and there's a lot of pressure when people just know about your game 10 years before you even release it. They expect it now. They expect it to increase it exponentially every time.
Yeah, the biggest one yet. The one that really makes you feel like you can do everything.
Yeah.
So are these all kind of like a little bit of a crime noir type story, or do they go all over the place?
I haven't gotten too far in this game. I'm not really sure what you mean.
Well, it seems
Like noir,
just seems like we're building like a little bit of a femme fatale type presence. This guy is trying to make sense of why he was betrayed by this dame.
I've never fucking listened to the story. I don't care. That's not why I play this game.
All right. Well, I eagerly await seeing what you play the game for.
Well, because the story is not about this guy. The story is about me and I have one brain cell, and I'm the most violent, invincible guy in the whole world. Like, By the way, I gotta look up cheats so I can become invincible.
Oh yeah, you can just do that in game.
Yeah, you can just like enter the cheat password.
I see.
But yeah, the cutscenes are pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
this is
love
very
how
impressive.
the lighting looks. It's like the characters don't have fingers, but they're still mocapped and looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
There's like so much you could do just by having the DVD that the N64 couldn't do with the cartridge. Like having just all this stuff.
Blaisdell says that this game is better at making you feel like you can do everything than any of the other games. Like, so how does that work? Is it just like this was the perfect combination of like technical limitations and like the game's ability to push beyond them? Like now there are many games that feel like the scale is impossible to match. Every year there's a game that comes out that people say all the AAA developers are shaking in their shoes right now trying to think of how they can make a game so massive and so immersive.
Yeah.
With such endless horizons.
Oops. Sorry.
And yet people are just not impressed with it the way they were with this game.
Yeah, it takes like a huge upgrade like this to make it hit that hard. Like GTA 4 is pretty good, but I think GTA 5 was like that was like a much better game on the like newer engines. Like I think it looks a lot better. The game has like more replay value. And it's online, so it never ends.
Right. You can just play all kinds of multiplayer networked kinds of missions and shit.
Yeah, you could just drive around and someone could kill you. Yeah, the things about those games are like they fix like little problems with this game. Like, look at my car, it's like almost on fire, it's about to explode.
I know.
It's like they changed it so they don't explode so easily.
Right. Right, so you can just drive a fucked up car for longer.
Yeah, I wonder if
now does night eventually turn to day, or are you always at night?
I have to use this car. Yeah, there's time. It'll become day.
And the radio station plays like nonstop, right? Like
Right, you can change. Oops, sorry. You can change that.
So like, are the songs original songs, or is it like licensed music?
Yeah, it's like licensed music, but there's also like there's like fake talk shows and stuff.
Gotcha.
Like funny like fake commercials and stuff.
Right. So there's just like there's like endless world within the world.
Yeah.
Of it. Like there's real life in this city.
That's true. Like a good game really wants to bring you into the world, and like the more detail they can add to it, the more you feel like you're living in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like this is Liberty City, which is New York, and the game that's coming out is Vice City, which is Miami.
Right.
So they're trying to like flesh that out as more like, you know, with the kind of like scale they have now.
Right.
Just like with GTA 4, they fleshed out this city, and with GTA 5, they fleshed out the Los Angeles.
Gotcha. Oh wait, so Vice City is Miami. Didn't they have a Vegas too?
That would be cool. I would love if there was a Philly GTA game.
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
be fucking sick.
That would be awesome. Oh my god.
There wasn't a Vegas, but there's San Andreas, which is like LA.
Gotcha. Okay.
No one messes with my girls. So keep your hands
But
on the
Vegas
wheel.
is, you're right, they should do that. I mean, not that they should do it, but someone should.
Oh,
Although,
I see. San Andreas did have a Vegas in it.
ah, okay.
So maybe they feel like they've already covered that.
Yeah, yeah.
So Blaisdell says, it's like with the increase in scope, they gave up the stuff that let you make more active gameplay decisions in favor of set pieces. So for the illusion of more stuff, they compromised what you can actually do with that stuff.
No! I'm not sure he's gonna run away. No! Did he live?
Did your car explode?
Yeah. Come back.
Oh, I see. And those people all got mad at you because your car blew up. And someone tried to take your. Oh, that's. I see. That was his car.
Where is she? Yeah, I'm here to pick you up.
Oh my god. Wow, these cars do blow up easily, don't they?
Yes, they really do.
Where's
All right.
Misty?
She's that the green the freaking arrow, the blue arrow right there.
Oh, like Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, I am crazy and in a taxi.
That's right. Take Misty to Luigi's Club. Oh, I see. You can. Oh, fun.
Hey, bro, don't get any ideas about Misty.
Why are people just jumping at your car?
They're really dumb. They're trying to get out of the way, but they're jumping towards me instead. Oops, sorry. Can I complete this mission with a wanted star? Nice.
Nice.
All right. I think it's time for cheats.
I love to cheat.
R2, R2, L1, R2, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up. Okay, that gives me all weapons.
Yeah, GTA Chicago. That sounds like a pretty good sprawl. It would be fun to do the it would be fun to do that the parkway around the lake there. Speed down that shit. Oh, okay. You just shot a cop point blank.
Police business. There's a game called Lego City. It's basically GTA for kids. And like you play as a cop, and whenever you steal a car, you're like, police business.
I love it. You're just wreaking havoc forever.
Where am I even going?
So in San Andreas, you just get on the highway for like 2 hours.
Yes. Yes, there's like a massive highway.
Okay. All right. So they really are trying to be LA.
It's really fun just driving along that highway.
That sounds like the Zelda game where you're in a boat forever.
Yeah, a little bit. That they made a version of that game for the Wii U that made sailing go faster.
Really?
Yeah.
What do people think?
I guess it's fine. I also felt as if the sailing took too long.
Yeah. Yeah.
This car sucks.
But you know, when you change something like that, you're just like, you're changing the experience it's possible to have with the game. And you're never going to get any sort of unanimous agreement about whether that was, you know, that
Nice
experience was
car.
better or not.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, which one feels more like you're on an adventure, and which one feels more like you bought an item to make the game go faster?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't say I'm a big fan of smoothing things out to please the player. What the player has been told is good game design.
That's probably a bad idea to put the player feedback into the game, right?
No, I disagree with it. I disagree with it, you know? Well, let it stand. Let it stand, even if it was a bad decision.
Yeah.
Let it stand. It's an artifact. Don't change it.
Well, they didn't change it. They made an item that you
Oh,
could get
I
or
see.
not.
Gotcha. Oh my god. I love it. I love it. The wheel just flies at you. Oh my god. So wait, what are your codes here?
Just all weapons.
All weapons, and can you die?
Yes. Oh,
Oh my god, you're just
I have
creating
5 health.
You're creating so much carnage. Can you just run away? Oh, shot by the
Nah, I
cops.
ran out of stamina. Or, oh no, I was holding a big weapon. You can't run with that.
I see.
Yeah, and this game is unforgiving. You have to enter the cheat again.
No.
Let me enter a different cheat. L2, L2, R2, L1, R1, L2, R2, triangle, square, circle, triangle, L2, L1. That's too long, and it didn't work.
Oh no.
Let's see, what else can I... Circle, 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 R1, L2, L1, triangle, circle, triangle. Yes!
You tank it. Oh my god. You really are a kid with one brain cell.
Oops.
Just driving through the city, like just calmly driving through the city.
Let's put some radio on. Wait, can I do that? Maybe not.
There's just a squish sound.
Oops. Sorry.
Oh my god. Did these cheats just exist on day one?
Day one?
Yeah, like were people just immediately using these cheat codes?
What do you mean?
Or did they come about after the game was, you know, well explored?
I guess it was probably just like, at the time, you had to like buy the strategy guide to get the cheat codes.
Oh, sure.
So it was one of those things that's like, you have to pay for them, kind of.
Right. It's just some debug tools, right? Like the developer was
Maybe.
needing this stuff, and then they're like,
I guess so. For this game, you would need to test the shit out of it.
yeah. I love my debug tools. They make me feel so powerful.
Yeah.
I have so many at this point. I've like taken the time to program them so that I don't have to like simulate the experience of getting them every last time. So I can like start from any place in my game with any asset and assign any status to it just on the fly. Huh?
Oh, yeah, I want you to hear, like, some of the NPC dialogue of this game. Oh, no! Wait, here, let me get my weapons back. Oh, man, that thing is tough. I'll just drive it into the ocean. Oops, excuse me. Excuse me. Nobody can drive. Thank you.
God. Oh my god. Like, okay. This is like the era when that guy, what's his name? That video game lawyer who was like trying to sue video games for being too violent.
Right.
Like,
Well, that was a little bit later. That was like when it came, when it was like GTA Vice City in 2005.
Gotcha.
They were like, and it wasn't because of this shit. It wasn't because of like you could run over people with a tag. It was like there was a sex mini game.
That was why.
That was why, yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, this is beyond the pale. How can you get worse than this? Just like creating carnage in a simulation of your own city.
Oh my god. This is like the video game. This is why this is the most like popular game ever.
Yeah. Because this is what people dream about.
This is what you can do in this game. It's like you're not allowed to do this anywhere else.
Just explode cop cars.
And yeah, like game companies would really have to like put their name on the line for a game like this because everyone's going to associate them with it forever. They, you know, before this they made cute games about cool games about unicycles.
Sure. But then Pixar didn't let them and they had to make this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Where's that helicopter? Hear it. Where is it? No!
Still alive.
No! Damn it!
Oh my god, just setting a cop on fire. And then he dies on top of your dead body. Oh my god. What a game. What a game. Truly, what a game. Those guys just keep walking.
Yeah, the NPCs are really dumb in this. Although, here, let me, like, see if I can get them to say stuff.
Start a fight.
The combat is really difficult in this game. They made it a lot easier later.
Gotcha.
How do I even target?
Yeah, it is fun that you can jump. Oh my god.
Look at your face. I'm walking here.
So you can just like get raided by the cops and kill all of them.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Holy shit. This is truly depraved, but you know, I get it. I get it.
I remembered that wrong. R2, R2, L1, R2, left, down, right. Okay.
So like, there's an ad, there was a trailer that came out for the new game, like what, like a few months ago? And it said they're promising this game's coming out next year, right? Like the new one?
Okay. Nice.
Are you looking forward to playing it?
Probably, yeah. GTA is one of the few games I actually still play. Like I actually play GTA 5 sometimes on my computer.
Do you think you'll have a way of playing this new game? It looks like it's gonna take up an entire hard drive.
Probably, yeah. I guess if not, I'll just watch somebody play it on Twitch.
No, we gotta play it. We gotta play it on the stream. We'll find a way.
Well, I mean, the appropriate way would probably be on a PS5, right?
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna. Well, by the time next year rolls around, PS5s are gonna be like super old, right?
Maybe, yeah.
But everyone's gonna want one because of the game, so.
Oh, shit. Damn it. Getting the hang of targeting. Yeah, like targeting is so like seamless in modern games. This is like super clunky. Anyway, let me try to actually do some of the missions.
What else can we discuss?
Oh yeah, what did I write down?
Yeah, let's hear some topics.
I like how in Mission Hill, like they always get like dirty, greasy hair. I just like the detail.
Oh yeah, yeah. They changed the color palette every now and then, just to accentuate things like that, right? Everything in Mission Hill looks gross, like an underground comic.
Yeah.
Right? Ugly.
Yeah, the characters are like skinny fat. They have like fat and skinny parts.
Yeah. They nobody has a beautiful body.
Everyone
They're
has
lumpy.
a spherical ass.
Yes. They're lumpy and weird, and humanity itself is lumpy and weird.
Yeah, they're lumpy and weird.
That's why they don't make Mission Hill anymore. If people wanted to fuck those characters just like 25% more, they would have dragged Bill Oakley out and what's the other fella?
Josh Weinstein.
Yeah, they would have dragged them out of retirement and forced them to make the show some more.
I mean, they're kind of hot. Remember that fucking dress pose he wears that's just like invisible?
Oh right, when she's like, I know Gallagher. She wears it to the fake nightclub. Right. Somebody watched that and a thing happened for them.
But yeah, like there's so much like grunginess in every design. Like the characters are you know, they have characters like Toby and his mom and Stogie, this like dead-eyed looking dog.
Yeah, the dog that like actually has like a vacuum inside its brain. It's so stupid.
Shut up!
Oh my god.
Yeah, dog with one brain cell that eats anything.
Anything. Doesn't even like look at anything, right? His eyes don't face in any direction.
He's looking at the camera.
Whose dog is Stogie?
It's like Kevin's parents.
Right. And
Like Andy's parents are like moving. And
they're moving on to the next period of their lives, or they don't want Kevin in their house anymore.
Yeah, or the dog.
Or
I
the
guess.
dog. They want to be somewhere where they can fuck all day long and enjoy their retirement and not have these annoying boys in their house anymore. Like, imagine like setting out to have kids and you have a boy, and then like a couple of years later you have a boy, and then you just gotta wait for them to grow up so they can get the fuck out.
Well, why were they constantly fighting? Like, why were they always hitting each other?
Because they're brothers.
Yeah.
They hate each other. Kevin looks up to Andy, and Andy thinks Kevin's annoying.
Yep.
The tale as old as time. And eventually Kevin stakes out and finds what he's good at and what he's interested in. And Andy's like, what the fuck, little brother? Why can't you be more like me? I'm cool. I don't want to be like you anymore, Andy. I have my own pursuits.
I want to go to Yale.
All right, fine, little brother. Buckle up, because I'm going to show you what the real world is like. It's a perfect TV show. It's got everything you need.
Yeah.
What did they give it? 10 episodes?
Yeah. It was very short-lived. Oops. Sorry. Skip that shit. We're gonna see it 10 more times because whatever this is, I'm gonna die at it. But yeah, that was around the same time as this game, 2001.
Right. The age of nice things that this is why we can't have anymore. It's also when Family Guy was first airing.
But why can't we have them? What was the reason?
Well, I mean, I think it was more just that, like, it was sort of the end of Fox and their, you know, taking a chance on a new animated series and trying to make it happen, and they needed all these series to be like massive hits.
Well, this wasn't even Fox. This was like WB.
Oh, right. But they were all kind of doing it at the same time.
They were
all the
copying
network-
Fox, absolutely.
Yeah,
They
all
were
the-
taking people from Fox.
Yeah. All the network, the TV networks wanted to have a big hit, and for some reason they thought maybe it would be Mission Hill.
Yeah.
But I wish it didn't need to live up to that kind of standard because, you know, I mean, the thing is, like, I guess they could have made it a few years later and a lot cheaper and have some shit like Archer, and it would just last for like 10 years.
No, but Mission Hill looks so fucking cool.
Yeah, it does. It does. But they don't make shows that look like that.
But if they'd waited a few years, they wouldn't have made it at all.
Right, exactly. So it could only have existed in the time it existed and be canceled at the exact moment it was canceled.
Is this the car? Get it resprayed?
You wonder if Mission Hill would end up like garbage like The Simpsons if it kept going. Well, I just don't think there is a path where it would have kept going. You know,
Well, they had lots of episode ideas.
Oh yeah, no, they knew the show well. You know, it was one of those shows that starts out strong and they knew what they were doing with it. They could have made it good for a long time. But you know, eventually the creators would depart, and then I don't know. I don't even know what it would look like. Like, it's not even possible to envision that because we wouldn't feel this way about the show if it hadn't been cut short in its prime.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like what ifs are so pointless. They would rely on so many things being different.
Yeah.
What if that happened? What if they brought back Family Guy?
We all wondered what might happen if they brought back Family Guy.
And it's probably very similar to what would happen if they brought back Mission Hill.
All right, so Blaisdell is suggesting like if we're in some sort of Venture Brothers situation where they've got an executive on their side and doesn't care whether it's making money or not. Is that really the reality of Venture Brothers? I assumed
that explains why it's like still alive somehow. Or no, I guess it's over now.
I think it's over now, but like, yeah, I assumed that Venture Brothers has always struggled to make it work, but it does keep coming back. You know, it kept coming back for so long.
Yeah, like when did Venture Brothers start?
2000s, like I think it was like a little after that era of like, you know, cobbled together Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah.
They were like, this is actual animation now.
Yeah, but it's still kind of like that. It's still a parody of Hanna-Barbera cartoons made by the same company.
Right, it's like fake Johnny Quest. Bootleg Johnny Quest.
Yeah.
Where there's two boys, and one of the boys is just dressed like Fred from Scooby-Doo. Mission Hill had a color palette that looked great, painted on a cell, but didn't translate well to screen. So, like, you mean when people turned it on, they were like, "What the fuck is this?" and turned it off? I don't know. I think it looks cool. Yeah, the radio really is fun. I love that that's the soundtrack, right? There's no other music in this game, just the music of the car.
Yeah, it's like the radio, whatever's on the radio.
I love that.
Let me save it. Do you remember the commercial with the rabbit? There's like a Skittles commercial with a singing rabbit.
No, but you sent it to me recently.
Did I?
Yeah. I didn't remember that commercial at all. It's like 2 minutes
it was singing
long.
that song.
Yeah, right. But it's like...
No,
right?
It's like... Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're weird commercials.
Those were the best commercials, though. The Skittles commercials.
They were high concept.
Yeah, they were funny. They were like a Family Guy cutaway gig.
That's Lopsy's origin story. That rabbit. And the guy what does he do? He sets the rabbit loose after after realizing that he shouldn't have traded his Skittles for the rabbit.
He tries to bring the rabbit back to the guy, but the guy is just like sitting and eating his Skittles.
Eating Skittles, enjoying every bite.
And the other guy is like outside. It's raining on him. And the rabbit bites his hand and runs away.
Right. He doesn't even get to decide what to do with the rabbit.
No, the rabbit runs away, singing into the night.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Also, I'm totally not paying attention to whose car this is or why I stole it.
No, this is just your vibe.
This is like $70,000 car. It's like just fucking it to pieces. Oops. Oh, look, it's the ocean.
Oh my god,
Let's
can you drive it into
it.
the ocean? It just says Atlantic. Oh my god, fuck. Oh, this is so funny. God. Great game. Great game.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
What fun. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I'm like... Oh my god. Just tempting the cops to kill you. I gotta say, I'm kind of exhausted from the idea of a show cut down in its prime because...
Do you want to try it?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I just feel like that means something different now, you know? It just means like opportunity to pander to people who are like, you know, just like laying in their deathbeds dreaming about some TV show from like 500 years ago that they loved.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's like they were teasing a new Mission Hill, and it's still like, yeah, like, sure.
It's like
I'll
Brian
take it.
Posen being like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's my reaction. New Mission Hill. Okay.
Yeah, that didn't end up happening. Yeah, it didn't seem like such a good idea.
Didn't you hear? That's canceled.
Oh, yes, the executives wanted to do all kinds of terrible things with it.
Yeah, I feel like we could run a.
Yeah, no, yeah, no. We've got ideas about Mission Hill. If anybody wants to give us $15 million, we will make the greatest season of Mission Hill you have ever seen in your life. Give it to me.
Yeah, just give it to some guy. Seriously.
Yeah.
Like Fred, who makes a Fox in Space.
Yeah, give it to a guy.
He's just a guy who really likes it and has ideas for like a direction to take it in.
Yeah, give it to somebody with ideas.
Like there are people making movies that don't have ideas. Like they don't even know what to do with Garfield. And if you work on Garfield and you don't even know what to do with Garfield, you should get off of Garfield, go to US Acres, know what to do with that or something. It's like, why are you making this movie if you don't have like this fiery passion for Garfield in your soul? You know, something you're a little embarrassed to admit. But here you are working on a movie about Garfield. You have to let it shine at some point. Now is the time. Does he even kill a spider?
I don't think he kills a spider. I think one time you see a spider crawl up to him and scare him as an example of what he hates about Mondays.
There was a really cool ride once in like the 1900s at this park Kennywood in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
But like the ride was so old that they had to fix it. So they rebranded it as Garfield's Nightmare, and it was the lamest amusement park ride ever. It was just like a love tunnel. Oh right, there's a whole video about this ride because like it's a love tunnel. So even if it's Garfield themed, teenagers are still gonna have sex in it.
Right. All right. So like when your first sexual experience happens on Garfield's Nightmare.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to drive a truck into the ocean while saying that.
It's like I'm listening to you on my like truck radio. It's like,
you ever feel like your first experience might have been on Garfield's Nightmare? Sometimes that's how it feels. Oh, what'd I do?
I mean, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Everyone's first experience is like that, right? Oh, you got a thing that made you slow.
Cool. Now I can do Jackass style stunts at people.
But Garfield's Nightmare is no more. They got rid of it and brought back the old mill.
Oh, I see. What's this old style taxi cab?
But like, there were commercials in this fucking ride. There was like, Garfield has a nightmare that like food attacked him, and all the foods are like Doritos and 7-Up.
Oh no.
Were there commercials in this Garfield movie?
Oh yeah. There was rapid fire product placement in this movie. Yeah. Awful. Multiple ads for the Olive Garden, Walmart. Just a bunch of stupid food shit and like just like shit he orders from on his phone.
Yeah.
He ordered a package from FedEx, like just whatever they could think of, whatever they could throw in there. Whoever's check cleared.
Yeah. They don't put passionate people in charge of these things. They put people who obey.
They put administrators.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a. I don't know, but I'm able to follow your car apparently. Oh, I want that one. I'm just on the highway.
Yeah, Garfield is just like he's kind of an icon for this type of character too. Like there's an anime called Paranoia Agent about a woman who makes a character. It's kind of like a cute little Hello Kitty like thing.
Okay.
And it's like a drama where like people are just randomly getting attacked. It's a cool show. I really like it.
I vaguely remember Paranoia Agent. Oh, I gotta get out of here.
But I feel like that's the kind of character, this little doggy that like is just like a merchandisable thing on a keychain or a suction cup thing.
And it's all we get now. It's all we get now.
Yeah,
all we
like-
get is more Garfield.
Yeah, like it shows like a kind of depressing world
Yeah.
with like this little icon of a cartoon at the center of it.
It's like the end of history, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like there's no more art. There's just this now.
There's just Garfield.
Yeah.
There's just Soup and Garfield.
Yes.
I'm a marketing manager who lives in the suburbs and commutes to work on the highway.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason that we want more Mission Hill is because we want something other than Soup to exist. And that was just a glimmer of what could be. Oopsie.
Right. Well, at that point, we'd already taken notice that The Simpsons was not itself anymore.
Right.
And
Right.
Mission Hill was where a lot of the soul went, and so was King of the Hill.
Yes.
Hey, this weekend, if you want to dance your ass off.
Splat, 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 splat. They're bringing back King of the Hill, too.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Soup, more soup. Yummy, yummy.
We're Soup.
But, you know, if they have to make soup, at least it's Mike Judge making soup.
Yeah. Well, I was when I first said Soup, I was thinking of like the Andy Warhol paintings of Soup,
Oh, yeah.
like being at the end of history and the end of art.
I was just thinking when you throw a bunch of shit into a pot and then hit it with the immersion blender and just go and it just turns into the same color every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's a Soup.
All right, me good.
Yeah, I think I'm good too. Do you want to play something else?
Yeah, what can we do?
More Super Nintendo maybe?
Sure. Let's do a 2-player. Tetris Attack. Paranoia Agent fun fact, Robin Williams loved it and had a copy signed by the creator. I knew that Robin Williams was a big comic book fan. So that's not much of a stretch.
Yeah, there's like a part in some Robin Williams movie where he like picks up a piece of merchandise for Neon Genesis Evangelion and he says the words Neon Genesis Evangelion like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
knows what that is.
He knew what that was. Right. There was a time in the 90s when Robin Williams was at the peak of his fame when it seemed absolutely bonkers for a famous person to acknowledge anime
Yeah.
in the West, in America. Got to select it, right? Now it feels very pandering when a famous person talks about anime.
Yeah.
Is it not? Oh, here it is. Oh, no. Tricky Towers?
Yeah, like, I don't want to be pandered to with a Mission Hill revival.
No.
It's
I
dead. It's okay if it's dead.
Yeah.
If it's not dead, I will be really shocked. But it's dead.
It's dead, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It lived. Isn't that great?
Lived.
It lived.
It was really fucking
And what a life it was. And also, when you start to bring things back, you find the things about it that weren't so great.
Yeah.
You know, like, don't dig it up. Don't dig up the corpse.
Yeah, leave the bones.
Yeah. Let it be bones.
Yeah.
So, 10 o'clock. We have any heroes and villains?
Heroes and villains.
Oops. I made an oops.
I mean, Azalea Banks.
Oh my goodness. You guys have to understand what a privilege it has been to introduce Joe to all of the pop culture of the 2010s. It has been such a pleasure to show him the highs and lows,
Yeah.
the greats and not so greats. Azalea Banks being one of the former. I feel like we're ready. Well, I don't know. Maybe if you're on social media, you probably haven't had any time away from Azalea Banks. You're probably still hearing her say things that are quite ghastly. Undeniably ghastly. However, I think we are ready to reassess just how good she is. Isn't that fair? Because she really is so good. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, all I know is that one song. I don't know any of her shitty tweets. I don't know that she's a homophobe. I don't know that she. Well, I guess I do know now that she's like bisexual.
She loves Trump.
She loves Trump. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that though.
No,
like,
no.
I don't give a shit.
No.
I wasn't trying to hang out with her.
No.
I would never do that. No, like I guess I probably would fucking hang out with her. She's kind of cool looking.
I mean, she seems like one of those terrifyingly cool people
Yeah.
who, like, you'd hang out with them, but you'd just be like a fly in the room. Like you would matter so little. And she would just be holding court and screaming the funniest things you've ever heard in your life. And you'd just be like sitting in the room, like unable to focus on anything except the fact that you're there in the room.
No, okay, so like what do you mean we need to like reevaluate? Like did people need to let her come back or something?
I mean, she didn't come back. She had that one great single, and then she had an album that I thought was really excellent, but did not really hit with the impact that the original single did. Nothing ever did.
Okay,
and shortly after that, she kind of became persona non grata in online world.
A what?
Just a villain. She became a villain. Nobody wanted to associate with her.
Yeah.
And she kind of got like the treatment that Kanye West has gotten in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Just like I thought that not only was your music good, but that I could like attach my identity to how right you are. And I was very disappointed to find out that that's not true. So now I've decided that you're not a good artist. And I feel like we did her dirty that way, you know, as a culture. And
Yeah.
I think it's time to reevaluate that one.
Okay, yeah.
And you know, to kind of like acknowledge that we never needed her to be anything more than a good musician.
No, we don't need her to babysit your kids, you fucking assholes. Take away the goddamn iPad. One brain cell. One left.
GTA NPCs.
Yeah. That's what you're training. That's what you're raising your kids to be.
Well, I mean, you know, you need everybody on the internet to be speaking appropriately because you're just letting your kids on there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we can't do parenting. We're too busy adulting. We need you to clean your shit up on Twitter, a website that you have to be 18 to use.
Yep. Yeah. You gotta clean your shit up because I am not paying attention to what my child is doing.
No.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Of course I'm not. I'm too busy reading tweets.
Yeah, no. Bring back Azealia Banks. Let her make another great album. The thing is, I don't know if she's got it in her because unfortunately, being famous probably did make her care too much about tweets also.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's got it in her, you know? She's not hungry anymore. Now she released a few EPs that I really liked. But she's not very prolific, unfortunately. I wish I could say that all this time, like Richard Rich, she's been making those Swan Princess movies, but it's just not true.
Yeah.
It is true, Gabby is saying that she lost a lot of momentum between releasing 212 and releasing the full album. But it was a banger, you know? It was good. Broke with expensive taste, it was called. If you'd like more of her, on her terms, then you can check that one out. I think it's worth a listen. But yeah, she released that too late, and she had lost a lot of goodwill at that point.
Yeah, like people for some reason think that like being a good artist is having correct opinions about everything.
No, it has nothing to do with that. You're dealing with a creature with incredible instincts. I know that's hard to comprehend, but you're dealing with somebody who is flesh and blood like you, but who is acting upon aesthetic instincts that are so much more finely tuned than your own. And that you know, occasionally overlaps with I guess having righteous politics, but it's fairly irrelevant in my observation. And actually I think people who put too great of an emphasis on their correct political opinions are propagandists and not artists.
Yeah, because they think that's the most important factor of the art is to send a message.
Yeah. But what is that message? Is that message you should be more like me? Or is that message, here's what I'm like. Does this do anything for you? And like, that's what I want. That's what I want. That's you know, that's my religion, you know? That's my reason for living. That is the transcendence in my life, is that people are able to say something through their work that expresses more than you can express by simply stating your opinions.
Yeah.
They can express something more powerful than that. If you want great opinions, you know, read Marx and Engels and get your fucking opinions. That shit was written 200 years ago. I don't need a new person to say that stuff. It didn't work out very well. Oh my god. No! Oh my god, no. No!
Villains.
Villains.
Adobe.
Ah ha ha! Ah ha ha! Adobe's getting sued.
Yeah, Adobe's getting sued by the U.S. government because they were charging people to cancel. I don't know what they were charging, but
No, I don't know either. I have not had an Adobe subscription in my life, but I had read blog posts by people who were like, how to get around Adobe's unbelievably large cancellation fee. So I knew that that was a thing. And apparently so did the government, and they were looking into it.
yeah.
Finally, somebody is taking them down a peg.
Yeah, even the government hates Adobe.
Yeah. Adobe.
Bad Adobe.
Yeah, bad Adobe. Absolute villains.
Well, yeah, like, you know, what do they provide? They only take away.
Yeah, they lock the tools behind a subscription fee. You can't even buy them.
No. No.
Can you still buy Photoshop?
Probably not. Like, do you know how it feels when I was an animation teacher and the parents were like, where can we get the software? And I like didn't even have like a real answer.
Yeah.
It's like,
right.
Oh, you can pay $299 a year for it.
Right, that's the student rate, right?
Yeah, it's like less than that if you're a student. It's like, fuck you. This is a little kid. This is like a 12-year-old. They need their entire life to get good at this shit.
Yeah.
It's like they need to start right now. We can't be wondering if we're gonna let them use the fucking software.
Oh my god.
I hope they get sued into the fucking dirt. They don't deserve to exist because they don't make anything. If they were actually producing new software that we could, you know, rely on, that we could actually expect them to fix bugs and be transparent about this shit, it'd be a different story.
Right, they just acquire other software, right?
Yeah, they acquired Future Splash. Oh no, Macromedia, who made Flash,
right.
And they've never fixed the fucking blackfill bug. Mm-hmm. They don't give a shit.
They're just letting that one fester. They changed the name.
They're just milking their current employees for as long as they can.
I see.
Until they finally get fed up and canceled, and then they're punished even further for canceling.
Uh-huh. Man.
Terrible. I mean, you know, I feel like I sidestepped sidestep this by using Blender now, because I can't deal with their fucking shit. Blender is buggy as hell, but at least they're working on it. At least there's somebody there who's going to fix it if you report the bug.
Someone's keeping the lights on.
That's true. I should report some of these bugs. That'll make it. They'll make that go away.
Make yourself a part of the developer community.
Yeah, I can actually just like
Don't
say,
just consume.
right? Yeah, like what do they expect from what do Adobe's customers expect from them? What does Adobe expect from their customers? They just expect you to get like bored of the current tools and upgrade to their new stupid like AI thing that they spend 5 minutes on.
Yeah, they paid for a contract.
Us too. It's like, I mean, I can imagine that being useful in Photoshop, but like, I didn't ask for that.
No. How about something somebody actually wanted? Well, I mean, yeah, I've not really relied on Photoshop in a long time. You know, I basically just use it to resize images at this point, so I don't need a new copy of it. I'm sure, though, that someday my old copy will stop working.
Yeah, it'll just like come with like an update to Windows that you also didn't ask for. It'll be like, we've upgraded your programs to not work. To not work.
I hope. No need to thank us.
It's like, where are you going? We're going to learn Linux finally, because this sucks that much.
You know, I was wondering about that. When are we gonna go learn Linux finally? What's gonna make us so mad that we learn Linux finally? Because I feel like Microsoft has been threatening for years. What are you gonna do? Go learn Linux finally?
Well, it's not. I mean, it's not that we haven't been trying to learn Linux a little. It's just that, like, it still can't do a lot of the stuff we needed to do.
No.
It can't run FL Studio, can it?
I don't know.
I mean, that's kind of a deal breaker.
Right.
If you can't get that going, then we need Windows still.
Yeah, we can't play our hilarious soundboard sounds.
Yeah, that's not
That's
good.
a deal breaker.
That's a deal breaker, ladies.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things that computer dorcases are just like, simply do this. And it's like, not simply at all. That's why I haven't learned Linux, finally.
Yeah.
I haven't updated Windows. Am I gonna be forced to use like the Copilot shit?
I don't think so. Maybe.
I don't want. I didn't ask for and I don't want.
No, I mean, like, I like having AI apps separate. Like, there are some things that it's like, I don't want your intelligence in this thing. I mean, I guess they're probably collecting data everywhere, so it doesn't matter. But like, you just don't want all those fucking features. They're cramming them in.
Well, I don't know what any of it even is. I just like all of my programs that I already had are suddenly like, there's like suddenly a button that says AI on it.
Yeah, it's
okay. Well, I'm
shoehorned.
I'm not gonna use this because I'm still, the program is still running the way I asked it to.
Yeah.
So like, what does that even do? Is that just a new toy? I don't need a toy inside of my toy. Like, I don't know what that AI thing in the Zoom call is.
There's AI in a Zoom call?
Well, just like, it's Zoom, you know, talking to mom, and it just says AI in the corner. And I don't know why.
It's like, maybe you could get like a fake person in the Zoom call with you that you can talk to and pretend like you have a friend.
I can like turn to the AI person and be like, can you believe this fucking phone call?
Yeah, it's listening, so it can comment on it.
Wow. Sounds like you and your family have a lot to work out.
Yeah, I mean, can you think of fields where AI would improve your life?
No.
I mean,
No.
you're not a scientist. I feel like that's where it's really important. Is it like stuff no one cares about, like science. Like talking to whales.
Right,
like
right.
decoding whale language using AI.
It's true. Like, the only places I've seen, like, articles where it's like, through AI, they've been able to do this is like in like the scientific field. But I mean, I don't believe any of it because like the shit is creating a record smashing stock rises in the stock market right now. I don't believe any of it is true.
No.
That's all it's doing. That's literally it. It's just a promise of something.
Yeah, it's a tech bubble again.
Again, we just fucking had one.
It's like, yeah, a lot of this technology has existed for a few years, and it's just like now it's being overhyped.
Yeah, simply for the sake of making the stonk go brr.
Yeah. Yeah, like the idea that it could be used to like smarten up your life, I don't buy it. You know,
No.
like stupid apps with a little we added AI to it thing. Those are not gonna be there for long.
It's just like this feeling that computer is toy. Like it's just like you want your computer to do more than it does. What more do you want it to do? Like what computers work.
Well, I mean, it has a usefulness to it, but why is it a consumer that it's useful to? It's not a consumer tool. We don't even know what it can do. You have to personally engage with it for hours to even realize what it knows and doesn't know.
Uh-huh.
And like the people who are in charge of it couldn't possibly know what it knows because it's been trained on more data than any human could ever know.
Mm-hmm.
So like by pushing it out to consumers now, it's like, yeah, at best it's just gonna like fizzle and everyone's gonna be bored with it. But at worst, it's just gonna like be like a massive weapon in everyone's hands.
Right. But it doesn't seem like it works well. It doesn't.
No.
It seems like it sucks.
No, because they want you to think that it's gonna replace some jobs, like so that they can hype it up more. You know,
Right.
even having conversations where it's like, you know, it's like the Terminator. That's pure hype.
Right.
And people are afraid of it, but they're also promoting it.
Right.
With their
The
fucking
fear
tweets.
You're right. The fear mongering is part of the story that it's important to us.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, like.
But when you strip all that away, this is just simply so geeky, and I love it for that reason. But not because I can use it to make money. I'm not invested in it.
I mean, I think the billionaires sort of feel this way too, right? They're like, oh, well, tell me what is possible. Flatter me with the possibility of it. Can it extend my life? Because that's, you know, that's all that they all want to do.
Right,
Is they
it's-
want to transfuse their blood from a child and live forever.
Right, it's seeing it from that angle, like what could we use it for? Us billionaires.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we have nothing to do with that. Like we're not using.
We have nothing to do with any of this. We have nothing to do with the way any of these markets are functioning right now.
No, we're just trying to get Blender working. That's what we're using our fucking computers for.
Well, yeah, and just like scraping the last few dollars out of people for a monthly subscription to these things. That's
Yeah.
all these developers can provide for us. Sue them into oblivion. I wish they would. And the Surgeon General is also trying to put a warning on social media. So maybe this is the year where the U.S. government pretends to give a shit about this stuff for a little while.
I think this is the year where I stop acknowledging people on social media entirely. Like, they're not even, like, on the same planet as me. They have smartphones. If you have a smartphone, you're just an asshole billionaire to me.
Well, you're an addict walking around on the street, you know? I'm just going to somberly acknowledge you and move on.
Yeah.
You're ranting incoherently.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have to acknowledge what they're saying. I don't have to listen to them like it's the most important thing I hear.
Oh.
And what do people even have to say on social media anymore? Like, besides, like, promoting some stupid thing that doesn't work?
Yeah, I mean, or talking about the stupid thing that doesn't work. Talking in a scaremongering sort of way.
Oh my god, that was like an Onion video. The stupid fucking thing that doesn't fucking work. Sony has come out with a new stupid fucking thing, and it doesn't fucking work.
What? Oh yeah. What is that? What it was?
Yeah. It was like it's like on YouTube. It's like one of those videos from 15 years ago.
Right. A funny Onion video.
And like just like the professional manner in which the people reporting it say those words.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. Hilarious fake news of the 2000s. All right, we need a hero. We need a hero.
We need to hit the Onion. How about Kelly, cartoonist Kelly?
Oh my god, yeah. If you want to talk about a comic strip that's been around for decades and is still fucking funny.
The cartoonist America Turns To.
But I think we've called Kelly a hero more than once.
Okay, well, who else then?
Yeah, just like orbiting around Bill Watterson and the guy who draws Kelly again.
What about Jim Henson? I was just watching Dog City. Have you seen that one?
No.
Oh my god, it's like a 1940s crime drama with dogs like wearing clothes.
He created it.
So good. Yeah, it was like must have been one of his last things because didn't he die in like the late 80s?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I was looking recently. I saw a post that was juxtaposing. I don't know if you haven't played Disco Elysium, but there's this character Kim everybody loves, and the concept artist drew him perfect the first time. The concept art is the art that they used in his
nice.
talk avatar, right? He never drew him more than once. And then next to that, this post had a picture of Kermit the Frog, the first drawing of Kermit the Frog. Perfect from the first drawing.
Yeah.
Just like sometimes you just know what you're going for. You know yourself and you know what you're going for.
Like a Wojak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got to get it right in just like one little stroke of the pen.
And you have to use that drawing. Like, you know, some people redraw it, but the original is so much better still.
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead, that's another example.
Perfect from the jump. Yeah, perfect shitty
there's
drawing.
There's one drawing of them. I mean, there's drawings of them from other angles, but that's like all they had to really do. Reverse
3/4 Beavis is so funny.
That was the exact drawing I was picturing. Reverse 3/4 Beavis.
Yeah, it's so great. Just like the way you see like into the inside of his mouth and like his open mouth smiling.
Great angle.
Great stuff. You're right. Perfect drawings from the start. You only need one drawing.
There's only one. Like the other drawings of Beavis are just like variations, like when he's looking distraught.
Yeah, where his mouth is upside down.
Ow!
Hey, bud, shut up. Beavis is correctly noticing something, and Butthead is about to smack him in the face for it.
Yeah, what else was perfect and there's like one drawing of it?
Oh yeah, I would take that question to the chat too, because those people are all heroes. Heroes, the lot of them.
What, the people who draw that?
Yeah, the people who make one drawing that delights us for the rest of our lives. I mean, because the counter to that is, you know, these horrible movies I'm talking about where the script is worked over by 5 different people. Like, you're never gonna get a good movie out of that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nobody's like vision. Nobody cares. Nobody cares more and more and more than the others.
No energy went into it. It was dead on arrival.
It's like that like painting of Jesus that was ruined. It's like you've painted it too much.
Yeah. That's what your script is. You doctored that script to death.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably never any good. You can't overwork I guess you can overwork a bad thing, but you know, it hardly matters.
Yeah.
It was always dead. Lifeless. But yeah, the antidote to that is just a good drawing dashed off fast.
Yeah, that's like you actually start to appreciate the little drawing. Like, it's like a shitty drawing that you've spent so much more time looking at than drawing.
Yeah, well, you appreciate the handiwork of one person and what they were able to communicate with a stroke of their pen.
Yeah, like the amount of time it took being really small is like makes it more impressive. They were able to communicate that much in like a second.
Mm-hmm. Right, because you have to have a raw talent for that, or you just have to capture something spontaneous. You know, yeah. I don't know that every Wojak or that any Wojak artist has talent.
Yeah.
They're monkeys with typewriters. And eventually they capture the energy of the moment.
Yeah, like there's like this awful 3D model that is used interchangeably with like the Wojak guy. Mm-hmm. And it's just like the face that they put on stonks. And it's like a terrible 3D model of a human head with no ears. And it's just like used in so many images. No matter how bad it is, people don't care.
It's like the direct-to-video Swan Princess version of Wojak.
Yeah, it's like a 3D model of that. Although they're not related, I don't think. It's just a coincidence that it looks like that. I think it has a similar quality that people use it for images. Like it has like this lifelessness that you can tell it's supposed to be a person, and that's about it.
Right.
Oh my god. Fucked!
What else is there?
What else is there?
That's somebody fucking with the AI tools in their program, wondering what else the computer can do for them.
Yeah, like you've gotten so lazy that you don't even type in a prompt. You just hit one big button that makes it do.
That makes it do.
It's just do. Well, yeah, like, what's the goal? What's the ultimate goal? To eliminate all work? Because, you know, I'm still gonna chew my food as long as I'm still a human.
Yeah, we've talked about this. We enjoy chewing.
Yeah.
Well, it's not to eliminate all work because there's still a lot of fucking work we're expected to do.
Yeah.
It's not eliminating any of the work we didn't want to do.
It's only eliminating the work for people who already do nothing.
Well, it's eliminating the work that was fun.
Yeah.
We liked making art.
I mean, you don't have to talk about like it's over.
No, I know, but it's just like, you're trying to make it over. We enjoyed that. Why'd you take that away?
Well, because too many people believe that art is a commodity and not something that just shouldn't even exist.
Right, that its whole basis for existing is that it shouldn't.
It shouldn't exist. Like, the only way you could ever make art with AI art is if you do it wrong.
Right. Exactly. You're just like doing some shitty thing and it comes out by accident.
Well,
and it's funny to you.
This is why people mostly, a lot of people love the like really old models because like they didn't look like much yet. They were just like really crappy.
You mean like that like Dolly shit from like 3-4 years ago?
Yeah, like Crayon.
Yeah. Right. It was funny because it just looked fucked up and weird.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it still looks like shit to me. I can tell immediately when something is AI.
Right.
I mean, you know, I'm sure I won't be able to tell for long. But
that's optimistic of you.
That's only because people will get better at using it, not because the technology is improving.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of things where technology improving didn't help. Like, I think GTA 3 looks better than GTA 4, even though it's older and crundier.
There you go. Crundus is fine. No one had a problem with Crundus.
No, in fact, we're so sick of everything looking like too clean. We're like bringing back the Crundus.
We're bringing it back.
We're bringing back dithering in video games to make them look worse.
That's what we want, folks.
It looks good though.
Yeah, it looks good. Bring it back.
Yeah, I like seeing the pixels. I don't like it when the text is so fucking small.
No, I know. I hate when UI text is small.
They used to be forced to make bigger text in games, but now they don't have to, so they make it too small.
Yeah, why aren't they worried about Grandma being able to read it anymore?
Grandma Joe.
Grandma Joe is not happy. Not happy, Bob. Why won't you die? How many times do I have to kill you?
Yeah, you were saying about Jafar, like...
Oh, yeah.
He's actually old, like the old man he dresses up as. Yeah. That's what he really looks like.
Yeah, that's what I think. That like
I didn't think of it like that, but now I'm thinking about that.
Yeah, I think the logic of Snow White kind of establishes that the villain is like the ugliest form you see the villain as is the true form, is their truest form. And everything else you see is an illusion that their vanity creates.
But in Snow White, doesn't she turn herself ugly?
Yeah, she does, but then she dies that way. That means she belongs that way.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So Jafar dies. Oh wait, no, he doesn't ever die.
Right. He does change his form again though. He hates himself. He hates himself so much. He completely changes his form more than once. He's like, all right, I want to be a snake now, and then like he just abandons his body immediately, and then he's like, nah, I don't want to be a snake anymore. 5 seconds later, I don't want to be a snake anymore. I want to be a genie now.
Yeah, he could be a snake, and yeah, he already got bored of what his powers could do.
Yeah, exactly. 1 second later.
I don't know, maybe being a genie wasn't such a bad idea though, because like, yeah, he lost this fight, but he's just gonna come back in 20 million years, ready to go, ready to be free.
It's true. Well, actually, I don't know if you know this, but there is a return of Jafar.
I always wondered what happened to Jafar. I always wish they'd bring him back.
You wondered if he would return?
They probably stole that from a fanfic. Well, you know, at some point, like, the sequels and the fanfics are just the same thing.
Yeah. They make Iago good. Iago is redeemed. I don't think Gilbert Gottfried is doing his voice anymore.
Oh, I'm sure it was him though.
Yeah.
He would never turn down work.
No.
I mean,
Well, yeah, he's not like Robin Williams refusing to be the genie.
oh well, yeah.
They got him back though. For
Yeah,
the
they re-got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made him pilot the Eva again.
Well, he had to do it. I mean, he was the only one who could do it. Genie, you're not free after all. There's nothing in the world quite like a friend.
Oh yeah, that was not him.
No. No, it was not.
At least he was spared from that.
It's true. Whatever they did in that third movie, it wasn't that.
Yeah.
We'll never know what they did in that third movie.
Yeah. But we'll never forget what happened in that second movie.
Apparently not. Apparently not. I'm 40 years old. I still know vaguely what happens in, all right.
Something killer bees.
Something killer bee. There's bees?
Isn't there a part in that song where he's running from killer bees?
Really? Okay, I guess I don't remember this movie. All I remember, there's a new little guy that kind of looks like the little guy from the first, like who dies at the beginning of the first movie.
Right. There's another guy
Like
who
Paul
isn't
Giamatti
that
does
guy.
his voice or something. He's like
Right.
a little goatee man,
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
right? And
I
he.
forgot everything.
Well, this is all I remember. But that's a lot. That's way more than I would like to remember.
Yeah, like, we don't need Iago to be a good guy.
No!
What is it, because he's a bird? Because he's an animal?
Yeah, because he's a stuffed toy.
Yeah. He's some kid's favorite toy. And they want him to, like, be a sweet bird.
No, he's a miserable piss. He's terrible.
I love that about him. He's so funny in like the end of Aladdin where he's like wearing a sultan helmet and like
Oh man, I know.
he's like goodbye.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And like you just at the end when they get trapped in the lamp together and Genie like flicks them off 1,000 miles away into the ocean and they're just like, you shut up! They're just screaming shut up at each other. That's the last thing you hear of them. Just belly aching and moaning at each other.
Yeah.
So
no,
funny.
He doesn't need more character development than that.
No! It's Fanny. He's an annoying bird.
Well, I feel like villains are all sanitized like in Disney movies now. They don't want they want to do a villain that isn't like
Redeemable.
complex.
They don't. Their villains all have to be redeemable.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Cruella, who wants to like harvest the skin of puppies for her coats.
Yeah.
Let's find out what her story is.
Yeah, I want to be like her.
Oh man, we're just doing this until 11.
Do you want to play one more game?
I'm okay with this personally. Oops.
Yeah, let's see if anything else I want to talk about.
Yeah, go ahead and harvest a few more topics. And we'll call it a night. You call this a night?
There was 20 years between Rosie O'Grady and the daughter of Rosie O'Grady. Let's talk about this.
All right.
We never really think about how the years between 1910 and 1940 was 30 years.
And that like so much fucking shit happened.
Yeah.
The world went to war.
Yeah, well, again.
Again. All right, so the first song goes, as far as I understand it, Sweet Rosie O'Grady, a garbage man's daughter by birth. She got tired of living and decided to leave the earth. She swallowed her ruler, but living
Dying
by inches was hard. So she went down to the alley, and there she died by the yard. Okay, so first impression, it became like a song about math jokes like halfway through.
Yeah.
Right? Like before that, it was not, there was no numbers in the first verse at all. So I'm wondering what's going on there.
It's just like trying to make it more insulting and cheekier.
Right.
You know, this is a playground. There's no rules. You can say whatever you want. You can say your best friend's home address.
Yeah. Okay, so the second song goes, she's the daughter of Rosie O'Grady, a regular old-fashioned goyle. She did it for diamond rings, and fancy things. I literally only know
sweet little lady.
Right, I know Bugs Bunny singing it from A Hair Grows in Brooklyn, or one of those cartoons.
Which is like, it's like a fake, it's like a biopic about Bugs' life before he was famous.
Right.
And he's like dressed like it's a different time period.
Yes.
And he's singing that song. It's like the 30s.
Right, before his loss of innocence.
Yeah. And like in the future, he's like lounging by a pool, wearing shades and talking on a phone.
Right.
And it's like 1950 now. Mm-hmm. It's like a whole career has passed by now.
Yeah, he's all he's writing his biography.
But yeah, I just thought that was crazy that like
Those two songs are right. What would be a comparison to that now? Like a reprisal of an old song from like the year 2000, right?
Oh yeah.
Right? Like if Britney did a sequel to Stronger. Stronger was already a sequel to it was already a sequel to Hit Me Baby One More Time.
So we would have to be hit one last time.
Yeah.
Hit me baby one last time.
I mean, yeah, the world has hit Britney a few times.
But they're always ready for more.
Yeah.
They always got more for her.
This time, her loneliness is really not killing her anymore.
Yeah, she's being left alone.
Right. A reprisal of both Stronger and Leave Britney Alone. I forget their new name. They're not Chris Crocker anymore, but you can get a cameo from the Leave Britney Alone person now, who is absolutely a Thingus hero.
Yeah. Yeah, for search results sakes, Chris Crocker.
Right.
I don't know her name now, but yeah, Chris Crocker did Leave Britney alone.
Yes.
Leave her alone.
Just like, I mean, it's really one of the most like distinct audio recordings. You know, the video is perfect too, but that voice, that golden voice, I'll never forget it as long as I live.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't understand it the first time. Like, why does this fan have to advocate for this famous person?
Right.
I didn't get it. I didn't realize that, famous or not, they treat her like she's nothing.
Yeah.
And even I have to stick up for Brittany, who I never really liked. But Thingus cool now.
Right.
Because
well,
she stood up to all this. She survived it.
Yeah, she survived. I mean, like, she was probably really not well at the time, but shaving her head was awesome because it was like, oh, you think I can't do anything? You think I can't do anything? What about my hair? Bye-bye hair. Like, she cut millions of dollars of hair off of her head. She shaved it off. I mean, come on, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, that was cool. That was badass. That was taking back some control.
Somebody lost a yacht over that hair.
Yeah, they can't just get that shit back. That's her hair. That's like, you can't make a fake version of that. You can't just glue it back on.
Nope. Yeah, they put her in rehab until her hair grew back.
Yeah, they acted like she was property for years.
I mean, she was. Her entire life was managed by her father.
Thingus villain, whatever his name
Brittany's
is.
fucking dad, yeah. Terrible.
Yeah.
All she wants to do is dance in her castle. Let her dance. Leave her alone.
Well, yeah, like people treat me the same way they treat her. They see her having fun and being spontaneous, and they're like, "Oh my god, are you okay?"
Why are you still alive? I enjoyed you a long time ago. Why are you still here?
Yeah, like that's weird that you're still here. I wanted you to be a memory.
Yeah.
I wanted you to be something that I like to think about and not talk about.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I could assign villainy to that mindset. I mean, it's not entirely people's fault. They're cowed into this behavior by the platforms that they consume on.
Consume.
But it is, you know, it is incredible how they took all the millions out of the equation and still managed to dehumanize people for being just as entertaining.
Yeah. I'd probably be a zillionaire if I let them just like have their way with me, right? Like
I don't
they'd be
know.
overusing me like Jack Black or Chris Pratt.
Well, if somebody stood to make money from you, then yes.
Oh yeah, you could absolutely make like millions and billions off of me. Maybe
Off
not
of you?
now. I mean, like, you know, when I was still clean, when I didn't have a tweet that said "you're fat," ruining my career for the rest of my life.
Right. The minute Azealia Banks said "you're fat," nobody could make any money from her anymore.
No, they were never going to put her in the Mario movie after that. No, like, I'm serious. I could have been like that if I had chosen it. I think I'm entertaining enough, but what I would have to do is I'd have to reel that in.
You mean you'd have to be a completely different person?
I just have to be like completely one note.
Then that wouldn't be you.
No, I would kill myself.
Is that what you people want?
Probably. I mean, what do they want Brittany to do besides die?
I mean, yeah, that was you remember like South Park? South Park was actually they were on the Leave Brittany Alone side too.
Yeah.
They made an episode about how our culture sacrifices a maiden every decade or so.
Right.
And we do that so that we can have a good harvest.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Yeah. They blow Brittany's head off, but she's still talking. She's still alive. She's just like a death rattling sound coming from her neck hole. But she's still alive.
Right, like all she did was cut her hair, but that's what she looks like to
Yeah.
the people who would want to take advantage of her.
Right. She may as well have her head blown off. because she's useless to them now. Brittany once again. Thingus hero.
And her dad, dead to us.
Dead to us. The ultimate.
Should be sued into oblivion.
Yeah. Hope he dies without a friend in the world.
Yeah. Very deserving of hatred. It's like a human rights issue. Britney
Oh yeah.
Spears.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If you give a shit about America, you'll be terrified of this.
If you care about America.
If you care about America, man.
Leave Brittany alone, Jack.
Man, I thought you were cool.
Liking Brittany? That's praxis, man.
I remember we were getting ice cream one time, and Brittany was playing. You were there. We talked about how Brittany was cool. We had this exact conversation about Brittany. I was just thinking about how the girl working there was like 20 something, and she was, you know, rocking her head back and forth to Brittany. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you didn't even grow up with this, and you like it.
Yeah.
It's like Brittany is a turtle to you know, girls who work at ice cream places all over the universe. Like, there's no taking back what she did already. You can just pay her for the rest of her life. You don't need to exploit her further.
No. The songs that she made are enough.
Yeah.
The ultimate hero to girls who work at ice cream. Like, the patron saint.
Well, yeah, like you need stuff like that to get through like a real job. You need something good to come on and like.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. That's a song I like that gets played a lot.
I saw the sign.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's such a good song. I love Ace of Base. I don't really know the story of the band, but they're a European band, maybe Scandinavian, and the songs have that excellent pop sensibility that all if I'm right about them being Scandinavian, that songs from that part of the world seem to have, and at the same time, fairly incoherent English lyrics.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they don't really mean anything, so they're unique.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's good stuff.
That is good stuff. Just using words that you just learned. I saw a sign and it opened up my eyes.
And I am happy now living without you. I left you. Oh. I mean, that all tracks in English pretty well. Not the best example, but it's also like an American wouldn't write a song like that. Like,
yeah.
It wouldn't be so robotically straightforward, you know?
You gotta let other people mess around with English. You gotta let people who don't know it not feel the pressure to learn it better.
No. Well, they don't. They know absolutely as much as they need to. All right, I think we should call it after this game.
Okay, yeah.
It is hot. It is hot, my friends. I'm getting sleepy. My little boy was so tired tonight. He was out in the
I've
sun.
never seen him so tired.
Oh my god, he's exhausted. He's out in the sun all day, and having the time of his life, but so tired. Not used to this much sun. I take him out, but it's a lot of sun. It's a lot of sun for my son. And for me.
Yeah, there is a clip of you complaining about every season.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I love talking about the weather.
Yeah.
I do. People act like people exact like it's nauseating to talk about the weather because it's so broad. What's wrong with having a shared experience with somebody you don't have anything else in common with? Or as far as you know, you know? You don't know that you have anything in common with them, but you know that you can talk about the weather because you were both breathing the same air and walking under the same sky. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's nice.
We have some of the most beautiful weather in America.
And everyone gets the same weather.
They're talking about changing the climate. We don't talk about that.
We're gonna bring back the climate.
We're gonna get more weather.
God. Game. It's the bane of my existence, this game.
There's a reason Americans don't care about the weather in China. Loser weather. They don't even have weather.
Not very good weather. Yeah, the rest of the world, loser weather. America, hot fucking summer. This is the hottest summer on record in Philly. I have a reason to complain.
Wrong scream. Wrong
Yes.
scream again. Wait. That's it.
Yes, that is the sound of me perishing under the sun. Yeah!
Oh god, I'm dying so much.
Ah! But how? Oh my god. I died. Alright. Okay. Closing thoughts?
Let's see. My last wish. Can I take a bath?
Wait. Wait. Wait.
You're always saying stuff.
What is this?
I'm just quoting Schmorky cartoons.
Porky cartoons! Good night, everyone. Bye. Thanks for stopping.
Hello, my future.